Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another fragrance review. Scandalous. The fragrance we are reviewing today is a Galop de Hermes, as it says right there on that handy sticker, just in case, you couldn't work it out from the bottle, because it does look like every other bottle I've got. Anyhow, I don't know why that sticker's there. It does me tits in. Not to worry. This review will follow my tried and trusty technique of telling you the notes, telling you which notes I get, and then just discussing the fragrance at length. So, according to the Hermes website, the olfactory notes are a floral leathery fragrance. It is opulent rose and subtle leather along with elegant saffron. I think there's a little bit more to it than that. I've heard talk of quince, but they say it's rose, leather and saffron. The notes I get are rose, leather and saffron, actually, if you want the truth. Okay, let's discuss this fragrance. The creation, according to the website, says created by Hermes perfumer Christine Nagel in 2016. Galop de Hermes is inspired by the equestrian universe and embodies freedom of movement. Quote, at Hermes, I discovered the true femininity of leather. I composed Galop de Hermes like a painting with two materials emblematic to Hermes and to perfumery, leather and rose, unquote. So, this was, I think, Christine Nagel's first perfume for the brand. By herself. I might be wrong. I think it was definitely her first sort of singular release, like a signature line kind of thing, not a Hermes essence. She'd done work with Jean-Claude Elena. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. She'd done work with Jean-Claude Elena before this. And they'd kind of, they've messed about and done, well, they've messed about, Jesus Christ. They'd done work together on different Hermes essence and maybe the Le Jardin line and stuff like that, I think. But this was her first as the singular in-house perfumer for Hermes. And I think this is actually still her best work for Hermes, if you want the truth. I've liked other perfumes she's done by them, particularly Violette Valenca. That actually has quite a bit in common with this, but I'll get on to how I think this overlaps with other fragrances. I'll discuss the design of the perfume first. So what I mean by that is, not the bottle. The bottle is shaped like a stirrup, and it's very nice. It's very pretty. I like the bottle. It's cool. You can't knock them. Hermes, that is a really good bottle. Let's not take the piss out of each other. Okay, so the fragrance is, I think it's pretty straightforward, and it is a bit like a Hermes essence, if I'm being honest. So I've often said that Jean-Claude Elena would do this thing where he bolts two notes together and then uses something as the bolt to bridge the gap between them. Vetiver Tonka is like a fucking perfect example of that. It is vetiver and it is Tonka, and it is bolted together using hazelnut. And it's genius. It's brilliant how it's done. It's amazing. You get it, you smell it smells coherent, it smells quality. I'm sure there's more going on than just them three things, but that's the genius of the perfume and the genius of the man. This follows that kind of structure, Imagine an H. So in this, you have the rose as one pillar, vertical line. You have the leather as a vertical line, and they are joined by saffron. And the saffron is what is the bridge they use to communicate these two vertical pillars, creating an H like Hermes. Get it? It's very clever. They've never advertised that. They've never said that. But every sort of, ever since Jean-Claude Elena basically established them as a brand, well, re-established them as a perfume brand in 2004, I want to say, when he joined. 2002, 2003. That's the impression I've got from the fragrances. This follows that exact thing. Rose is one vertical axis. Leather is the other. And the bridge between the two, creating the H, is the saffron. This starts off with a little bit of twangy saffron and a little bit of that kind of tarty rose. You know, it's got that jammy kind of lovely, a little bit sweet kind of rose, you know? Sweet, inviting. And then it's got this kind of really high-end, what smells like white leather. And there was something very familiar about this when I finally got round to smelling it. I'd smelled a lot of the other Hermes essences before I'd smelled this. And I thought, this smells really, really, really familiar. But what is it? And then I realised what it was. And it came to me when I was smelling Myrrh Eglantine. Right? And I realised that the rose from Myrrh Eglantine and the leather from Cuir d'Ange are the rose and the leather that are in this. That is what, I mean, it's 1-to-1, it is exact. If you smell Myrrh Eglantine and you smell Cuir d'Ange and you separate out the rose from the Myrrh Eglantine and the leather from Cuir d'Ange, it is the exact same notes. Now, whether it's the same materials or the same way it's done, I don't know. But it's the exact same notes, to me, that are in this. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. The only thing that sort of stands out to me is that tangy, twangy kind of saffron thing, which is lovely. It's beautiful in this. It really is. It's fantastic. And it's really well done. The fragrance is made very well, but it feels like a little bit of a patchwork quilt. Or it feels like a rearranging of what has gone before. Now, I don't know when. I can't for the life of us remember when Myrrh Eglantine came out. I could probably have a look if I'm being honest. But that is definitely what happened, in my opinion. So just looking here, it appears that Myrrh Eglantine came out in 2018, 2 years after Gallop. And I think Cuir d'Ange came out 2 years before, did it not? Yeah, it did. So Cuir d'Ange came out in 2014, right, where the leather records come from. Gallop came out in 2016, where the leather and the rose have been used together. And then Myrrh Eglantine, where the rose is being used, came out in 2018. Strange. I'm seeing patterns forming, you know? Anyway. I don't feel like I can wear this, which is, frankly, the reason I've sold it. I tried. I really like the smell of it, you know? It's good quality. It's quality leather, it's quality rose, it's quality composition. It's just not me. And it's not something I want the smell of. You know, it's got a shampoo quality, same as Myrrh Eglantine has. I've said many times on stream that Myrrh Eglantine reminds me of a shampoo that a lady I used to know used when I was young. And I can't get away from that soapy, clean, rosy pink kind of thing. You know, it's definitely a pink smelling fragrance with a white leather. To me, this has got a fresh white leather about it. It's beautiful, it really is. The performance is really good. The sillage isn't great. It is a pure perfume after all. It's 50ml. You get 50ml bottle. It also comes with a refill, which you have to buy separately, so it doesn't come with a refill, but you can get one. That's what I meant to say. Of 125 mils, that's a bit of a kick. Because it's a 50ml bottle, you know, so you get like 2.5 times extra. Weird. Anyway, this has been my review, friends. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you again soon.